Good morning, my fourth MS students. I hope you are well at home, watching us through your screen. Today we are going to present a lesson about the fourth MS curriculum, sequence 3, of course. So today's lesson is about, of course, sequence 3. The title of the sequence is Me, My Community and Citizenship. Listen, I read and do. Comparing eating habits. Eating habits, of course, you know that, or what we call the way of eating. People in Ontario or everywhere, they have different kinds of eating habits. Some examples of eating habits is, of course, to eat in a low table, or of course, or to eat in a high table. Some people they use spoons to eat. Some other people they use a fork and knife. So, and the second one is table manners. Table manners means the instructions we respect or we follow while eating a lunch or dinner, or having a dinner or lunch. This is the meaning of table manners. So, first of all, let's start our lesson by giving you some pictures of flashcards and some words or phrases. And it's for you to try to, for a few time, to match each picture with its corresponding word or phrase, of course. I give you some time, of course. Okay, this is the answer. So, number 1, high table with a tablecloth. Number 2, this is round table. Number 3, this is what we call a brass tray. Number 4, this is a traditional masters, call this. This is a common plate. This calls silverware. And the last one is eating with a knife and a fork. Good. Good. Now let's go to our text or our support. So I ask you to read this text for a few time and try to find what this document is, or what this document is. Good. So I think you read the text for a few times and you found what this text or what this document is. Well, this document is an interview. Is an interview between some or a group of our 4th MS middle school students and Mrs. Zahra Drif. So I think you remember Mrs. Zahra Drif. You saw this in sequence 2, in which Zahra Drif, of course, she is a famous Algerian freedom fighter. And her famous book, this is a picture of Zahra Drif. This is Zahra Drif, and she wrote her famous book Inside the Battle of Algiers. In this book, she talked about her past, her childhood experience. So now, my pupils, try to read the text, and I will give you some tasks to do it or to do these tasks together. Task 58, page 104. Yes, it is in your text books. It's I read the interview of Mrs. Drif and choose the correct answer, A, B, C or D. So these are the statements, of course, for the sentences, of course. Number 1, Mrs. Drif is talking about her childhood, or B, Mrs. Drif is talking about the first time she left her home and birthplace. C, Mrs. Drif is talking about the first time she took a train to Algiers. Or D, Mrs. Drif is talking about the first time she dined in a French restaurant in Algiers. You will be given a few time to answer or to choose the correct answer. Good, my pupils. So the right answer or the correct answer is D. Mrs. Drif is talking about the first time she dined in a French restaurant in Algiers. Now let's go to task 60, page 104. So you read the text again and try to answer this task. The instruction is, I read the interview of Mrs. Drift and complete the table with the following words or phrases. So these are the words: traditional mattresses, breast trays, low round tables, carpets, one common plate for all the family, fork, a tablecloth, a chair, a high table, plates, silverware and knife. Of course, you fill this table with the Algerian way of eating and the French or European way of eating. So you will be given a few time to do this activity or task. So the correct answer, first of all, Algerian or the Algerian way of eating. We have traditional mattresses, breast trays, low round tables, carpets, one common plate for all the family. And for the French or European way of eating, we have fork, a tablecloth, a chair, a high table, plates, silverware, and knife. Okay, now let's go to task 62, page 104 in your textbooks. So, I match the English words and phrases 1, 2, 3 with their corresponding translation in the Algerian vernacular or language, the Algerian local language. Of course, we have 3 words or phrases: traditional mattress, breast tray, low round table. And in the Algerian language, of course, try to do this in a few times. good pupils, learners, or students, of course. So, traditional mattress in the Algerian language is it means matrah, of course. Breast tray means sneak, of course. We saw this before. And le round table means made, of course. Now let's go to the next task, always dealing with the text of Mrs. Zahra Trif and a group of 4th MS students. Task number 36, or 63, sorry, page 104, is I match each word or phrases or words and phrases 1, 2, 3 with their corresponding definition A, B, C, adapted from the Cambridge Dictionary. So the words are, or the phrases are, to be accustomed to tablecloth and silverware. A, knives, forks, spoons. B, to be familiar with. C, a large piece of cloth that covers a table. You will be given a time to do this activity. Good learners or students, so the correct answer is like this. Number 1, to be accustomed to. Also, it means to be familiar with. Number 2, tablecloth. It is a large piece of cloth that covers a table. 3, silverware is knives, forks and spoons, of course. Now, let's go to task 66, page 105. I ask the learners 3 or 4 questions about their family's way of eating. The first question I ask you, and of course you do it at home, of course, but you eat there, in your home, of course, in your copybooks. Number 1, where do you usually eat your food? In the dining room, the living room, or in the kitchen? Of course, some people, their answer can be in the dining room. Of course, they usually eat in the dining room. Some others usually eat in the living room, or some others they usually eat in the kitchen. So it's for you to choose your own answer, of course. The second question is, do you use low or high table when eating? Of course, it depends on your way or your family's way of eating. Some people, of course, they answer, they use a low table. Some others, they use a high table when eating lunch or dinner or a meal, of course. Then the third question is, do you use spoons, forks and knives when having your meal, or you use your hands to eat? Of course, some people, they use this, they use forks, knives and spoons when eating or when having meals. Some others, they use their hands. So try to find your own answer. If yes, of course, what are they made of? What are these materials made of? Of course, some people, they say they are made of stainless steel. Some others, they say they are made of wood, or they are made of silver, of course. So it's for you to do or to answer your own answer. The fourth question, or the last question, do you eat your food individually or in one common plate? Of course, some people, they eat individually, they eat alone. And some other people, of course, they eat in a common plate with all the family. So it's for you to try to find your own answer. Now, let's go to the sixth task, or task number 6. Read with me the instruction. So, in the restaurant, the father was teaching Mrs. Dreve some instructions for the European table manners. Read the instructions and then change them into the imperative form. Number 1, you should hold the knife in one hand and the fork in the other. 2, you should cut your food with the knife. 3, you should put the food into your mouth with the fork only. 4, you mustn't speak while you have food in your mouth. 5, you mustn't put too much food in your mouth at a time. 6, you should wipe your mouth with a napkin. 7, you should put your knife and fork together on the plate. Okay, good. Now I think you did it, or you have done it, of course. So let's go to the correction of this activity or task. So number 1, you should hold the knife in one hand and the fork in the other. So the imperative form is hold the knife in one hand and the fork in the other. You should cut your food with the knife. The imperative form is cut your food with the knife. 3. You should put the food into your mouth with the fork only. The imperative form is put the food into your mouth with the fork only. 4. You mustn't speak while you have food in your mouth. The imperative form is don't speak while you have food in your mouth. Number 5. You mustn't put too much food in your mouth at a time. The imperative form is don't put too much food in your food at a time. Number 6. You should wipe your mouth with your napkin. Sorry. The imperative form is wipe your mouth with your napkin. Number 7, and the last one is you should put your knife and fork together on the plate. The imperative form is put your knife and fork together on the plate. Now, this is the last task. It is homework. So, with the help of your parents, write a short paragraph about our own table manners, or Islamic table manners, using the imperative. Of course, you saw this in the previous lessons. Of course, form and time sequence. Of course, you saw this in the previous lessons. First, then, next, finally. These visual hints may help you. Of course, look at these visual hints that may help you to make or to write a short paragraph about our own Islamic table manners. Of course, the hints or the pictures are at random, so it's for you to try to order them correctly to write your own paragraph using the imperative form and the time sequence. Of course. So number 1, look at the picture. Of course. So say Alhamdulillah. Picture number 2. Of course, from the picture you understand. Not eat left hand. Not eat left hand. Of course, in our region or in our region, of course, we never use our left hand, or we never eat with our left hand. The third picture, of course. Wash hands. Wash hands, of course. The fourth picture, of course, from the picture, what can we say? Say Bismillah, of course. So it's for you to try to order them using, of course, the imperative form. The fifth picture, of course, look at the picture. The hand is eat right hand. Of course, in our region, of course, we always use or eat with our right hand. And the last picture, number 6, from this hand is from the picture. You understand? Not eat too much food at a time, of course, using, of course, the imperative or the imperative form and time sequence. Of course, you can add other from your own. You can add other instructions. So these are some instructions of what we call our own Islamic table manners. Now, thank you so much for watching us, and I want to give you some advice. So number 1 is to stay at home and try to wash your hands as many times as possible, and may Allah raise this coronavirus pandemic as fast as possible. Thank you. Goodbye.
شكرا على المشاهدة. لا تنسوا الاشتراك في القناة، الضغط على الجرس، الإعجاب بالفيديو.